Finally, we have solved the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. If there's one thing that we all experienced as young ones, it's being absolutely mystified by the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, we really thought that would be a bigger problem than taxes. Comment below if you know you were as dumb as we were and actually thought this. So unless you're relative a Shrek, living in isolation since before the 1800s, you will know what the Bermuda Triangle actually is. Although if you're actually a relative of Shrek, or just don't remember the particular mysteries, let us refresh your memory. The Bermuda Triangle refers to a large Atlantic Ocean area between Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and Florida. This area has been responsible for some of the mysterious disappearances of planes and ships. So mysterious, in fact, that most of these crashed planes and sunken ships have never been found. It is hugely popular in modern times to refer to this area as the Devil's Triangle, which pretty much sums up all the mystery around it. All of its tragedies are not only strange, but also haunting. There have been so many theories about why this particular piece of ocean is so mad at humans, the least of these being sea monsters and alien activity. But let's start from the beginning, and the beginning here is 1872, when one of the first ghost ships of the Bermuda Triangle was discovered, Mary Celeste, and her story is haunting. On December 4th, 1872, Mary Celeste was found with a 6-month supply of food and 0 people on board. Studies of the ship very clearly ruled out piracy, which would have been the most plausible theory. All of the $35,000 worth of alcohol was on board. One possible theory is the foraying of the sea vessel into the Bermuda Triangle. This explains the quite unexplainable abandonment of a perfectly sound ship and the disappearance of the crew. Although if you think this is haunting, wait till you hear about Ellen Austin and her captain, Baker. Now, Ellen Austin isn't the actual ghost ship of the Bermuda Triangle. The ship sailed near the cursed area and discovered an abandoned sea vessel nearby. Baker, her captain, made sure that this wasn't a trap set up by pirates and then entered the vessel to claim and sail it as a prize. He put some of his most trusted and capable crew members in charge of this well-supplied ghost ship. Both ships sailed together. The newly rescued ghost ship was abandoned once again. Baker noticed after some time that the new ship was sailing along haphazardly. When he jumped aboard, he discovered that his crew had disappeared. Naturally, he abandoned the cursed ship, but didn't stop to think that the nearby Devil's Triangle might be the phenomenon responsible for her tragedies. Some people might be tempted to write these off as old-time mysteries that remained mysterious on the account of no one preserving actual information. That is, unfortunately, not the case here. A modern-time mystery occurred in 1945 when 5 American bomber planes disappeared without a single trace while flying over the Bermuda Triangle. It happened just 2 hours after they took flight. A pilot reported that his compass had suddenly failed, another common occurrence near this area, and that his location was unknown. Soon other pilots delivered a series of very confusing messages, reporting multiple faults, like the lack of fuel and emergency landing problems. Things didn't seem to settle down when one of the pilots said that the mission was underway, but that was the last anyone ever heard of these men. Stranger still, the plane dispatched to find and rescue them also vanished in a similar pattern. First confusing messages, then relaxed and in control messages, then complete silence. This wasn't the end of the wrath of the Bermuda Triangle. Since 1945, an insane 75 aircrafts have fallen while flying over this sea. Not to mention hundreds of ships have sunk, 300 to be precise. Coming to the extreme present, in 2005, a Piper airplane disappeared without a single trace while traveling from Treasure Clay Island to Florida. In 2007, a similar incident occurred when a Piper airplane presumably crashed while flying near the Bermuda Triangle. We say presumably because the plane or its pilot have never been found. In 2015, The Bermuda Triangle claimed its latest victim, El Faro and his entire crew. El Faro was a normal cargo ship carrying goods from Florida to Puerto Rico. It carried around 33 crew members. There was a tropical storm brewing, but it was hundreds of miles away, and ships of her stature could easily encounter such storms. Suddenly, the captain released a distress call claiming that the engine had failed and the ship was turned 15 degrees to the side. Nonetheless, he said the crew was in control and handling the situation. That was the last anyone ever heard of them. El Faro sank to the bottom of the ocean floor on the 1st of October in 2015. The wreckage was found nearly a month later. This incident is eerily similar to the disappearance of the USS Cyclops, the largest non-combat loss in the U.S. Navy. This particular ship lost all 309 of its members to the fury of the Bermuda Triangle in 1918. We're pretty sure that before this, if someone had said that one of America's largest ships would vanish without a trace, Americans would have laughed until they got a six-pack. Turns out, that is exactly what happened. The message received from the crew was all well. Alas, all was not well. The ship disappeared, and the crew was never seen again. This tragedy is fresh in people's minds as it occurred very recently and as a haunting backdrop. Still, these are some of the larger incidents. Less conspicuous were disappearances like that of Witchcraft, a luxury cabin cruiser, and its owner, Barack. Barack was an extremely cautious seaman, and he immediately contacted the shore guard when his cruiser got slightly damaged. He claimed that he was in control, but would not fire a flare to let the guard know his exact location. That was the last time his voice was ever heard. When the shore guard arrived 19 minutes later, there wasn't a single trace of Witchcraft or Barack, and no flare had been fired. Some theories say that the thunderstorm might have swept away the small cruiser, but in that case, why didn't Barack contact the shore guard again or fire a flare? Spoiler alert, these are not all the disappearances surrounding the Bermuda Triangle. If you happen to know some more, tell us in the comments section down below. Honestly, we could stay here all day and keep telling you guys how messed up Bermuda Triangle really is. But you know that already. So let us do the impossible and tell you why it is so messed up. And the answer is air bombs. Yes, that's the answer to the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. Let us explain. A group of scientists from the University of Colorado thought they had had enough of everyone going crazy over the Bermuda Triangle and decided to solve the mystery themselves, just to stop seeing the mysterious Bermuda Triangle everywhere in the media. They tracked weather actively through satellites and were justifiably shocked when they discovered hexagonal clouds in many areas over the Bermuda Triangle. The meteorologists formed a curious theory that these clouds might actually be air bombs. These clouds may be the sole reason for deadly blasts of air, each of which can exceed 170 miles per hour. These winds blow up the air, quite literally, which causes the generation of waves that are more than 45 feet in length. Truthfully, there hasn't been an aircraft invented that can survive such winds, nor is there any existing ship that can survive these waves, at least not without considerable damage. You only have to be slightly caught in these air bombs to get completely and utterly annihilated. But even if this is a plausible theory, no one knows why the Bermuda Triangle forms literal bombs over itself, nor why the shape of the clouds is straight-edged, when these kinds of clouds are very rare everywhere else in the world. This research has prompted other scientists to race against each other in discovering why this area is so peculiar. But at least part of the mystery has been solved. If you think this theory is dumb, or if you have another more plausible theory, comment down below. We'll pin the best one. As for all of us, we're sticking with aliens have a base at the Bermuda Triangle, and if we have just gone ahead with Area 51 raid, this wouldn't be a mystery anymore. Hit thumbs up if you like this video and share it with all the Bermuda Triangle enthusiasts you know, which is, everyone. If you would like to see us expose more government secrets and then get arrested by the FBI, make sure you subscribe to. We will watch you on the next episode. Until then, stay clear of the Bermuda Triangle, but also take a live camera if you go so we can see what happens.